So the essence of the Enneagram 1 is purity. And as always, I have to say that the essence is, which is always here. This is the true nature of our being. So in the case of the 1, so to speak, the flavor of this true nature, the essence, is purity. So when they arrive back to themselves, which means that when they see through the veils of suffering, when they see through the veils of their fixation through the Enneagram 1 type, then they arrive into this purity.
And what purity means is, you can imagine this like water, a clear water, and you can look through straight down to the bottom, and the bottom is not sludgy. The bottom is clear. You can see the stones, you can see shells, you can see the fish swimming, and it's peaceful. And out of this peaceful and joyful clearness comes wisdom. This is the image of this purity.
Yes, and it is always there. It is always there. It is just veiled. And this is the possibility of learning about the Enneagram, or the way how we were taught by Eli Jaxon-Bear, or how we are teaching it, is to use the Enneagram as a wisdom tool to wake up and stay awake, which means actually stop suffering, stop causing suffering. And this is the possibility. And so in the case of the Enneagram Type 1, is to come from anger, to meet their anger, to serenity. Serenity, in other words, delight. Because we always say this, anger in their case is the passion. So to come from that passion to the holy path, which we also talked about it last time, is serenity. And we will, as usual, we will discuss the characteristics of the Enneagram Type 1, and then, or along the way, we will show you ways of how to recognize to this serenity, how to come back to your true self. Yeah.
Okay, the Enneagram Type 1 has this power to change society. And they take this power from this position of moralistic right thing to do. They know what is right, and they have this power to show it. So in some cases, there were some examples who really used their fixation for a higher good, and by this transcended themselves. And
they almost change.
And they became heroes, like Mahatma Gandhi, like Martin Luther King, like Nelson Mandela, or Malcolm X. All people who had a profound change in their life and used all this energy to bring it to the world. And the talking style for the Enneagram Type 1 is preaching.
Because we always talk about dichotomies. Here is also a dichotomy. There are Enneagram Type 1s who are very rigid, strict looking. Yeah. And there are the other types who are the more sensitive ones. And they are more humorous. I have a friend, a girlfriend who is really, like free, and the style is different and not that strict one. Yeah.
And when we think of this rigid dichotomy type, we can think of Clint Eastwood. This
yes.
it's a very somehow sharp looking,
Yeah.
small lips, and usually they press the lips together. So like this is really the anger comes through somehow also in their chin. This they are biting very much, and yeah, and also the eyes are very how should I say?
Type 1 is typical also when there is something going on in their lives, you know, they start cleaning at home, but it's not just cleaning, it's like scrubbing, really scrubbing everything. That's their let out way.
This also fits into this this perfectionism. Usually they have a very clean home. It looks, but it's not comfortable. It's not cozy there. You do not
It's
feel
cold.
it's more cold.
It's cold.
It looks
Everything is
like
empty.
it looks like usually places from a catalog. There is something on the desk, but
Is that the Enneagram Type 1, the basic feeling is that I am no good. And
out of this,
and that comes out in anger.
yeah.
But it's never anger at you. It might be passive aggressive and seeing what's wrong. But it's always anger at themselves.
And the anger is not allowed to show, of course, because they have to be good.
Yeah.
And anger is not a good thing.
And they are very judgmental. This is the superego of the superego in the in the Enneagram.
And where does the judgment come from? They have this idea of perfection. And since they are not perfect and they know that they are no good, they project it out into the world. And with this idea of perfection, they have to prove that there is something not perfect so that they can look for perfection. So they look out into the world and see everything, everywhere they look, they see things which are not perfect. When they enter a room, they will realize that the pictures are not in alignment, or that the carpet is not straight, or that maybe in the corner there is a little bit of dust. They recognize everything which is wrong in their opinion.
I mean, this judgmentalness comes out in sarcasm in them and in cynicism, but never directly, you know, anger at you, at the other one.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's just not right. It's wrong. Yeah.
And the judgment also comes from this moralistic, righteous, right thing to do. So these are the people who also write books about manners and behaviors.
Protocols. Oh, yes, this reminds me of my granny. She always showed me, even in my teenage years, what a great book she had about protocols. I mean, I was also interested, but now it reminds me that, oh, she was always interested in these protocols, how you should behave. Very interesting. And out of type 1's fear of being wrong and then being not loved.
And this being not lovable because they are not good doesn't come. It's not like this with the hysteric types, which have this emotional neediness. It comes more from this anger point. You're not good. Oh damn! Why I'm not good? Oh. There is not this sad emotion with it.
Yeah.
And amazing how this can change in the moment they realize the essence of their soul. The whole the whole show stops in an instant, and they have this clarity and this softness, and love comes through.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
So the Enneagram Type 1, we can see them as appearing like in a perfect way. But behind that perfection, there is anger. There is always anger. And if they are willing to feel this anger, behind this anger, there is this fear of not knowing. And if I don't know, if I am wrong, I am no good. I will not be loved. And if they are willing to experience of this real fear of being not loved, and then they come to this, like every other Enneagram types, there is a point where they come to this hopeless despair. And at this point, with the help of someone or by themselves, then they can arrive through this hopeless despair into this emptiness, nothingness, as we could see in the case of Tolstoy, from what I read from War and Peace, that everything is empty, it's pure, there is nothing there. And so this is the possibility.
And from this purity, where there is nothing, came out this love, even for the enemy. Not this human love, which is conditioned, but this love for everything, which realizes that nothing has to be changed. Everything is already perfect as it is.
And this is such freedom, such liberation when they understand that, wow, that was just an idea of mine to make something perfect. It is already perfect, everything as it is. Yeah, so thank you. See? Thank you and see you.
You can stop the recording now.